But then, like, Bella had a good point about, like, when you're not eating it at dinner together, it does create a separation.
No, but eating together would be something you do.
Right.
But cooking is different. It's just another hand in the pot. You know what I mean?
Right, that's what I mean.
So I will always eat at the table, given there's space for me on the burner, or even sitting down. But technically, for this next month, since I have to do the barn, I'm not going to be able to eat unless he makes dinner at 6.
He doesn't, though.
Because tonight dinner
But I like to
6:30.
eat at 5. Like, I even like to eat early. So I'm wondering if...
Maybe being available for that time, that community time, is a good
Well,
compromise.
Right, but I'm almost wondering... It's true, I could just sit at the table. It doesn't mean I have to eat then.
You don't have to eat. Maybe
or
drink
like
tea or water or something.
Right. Yeah. Or I'm wondering if I should. Or I'm wondering...
Maybe tomorrow I will have a conversation with him and let him know my food.
Making proper vegetarian options, so that's why we're cooking separate.
You can say that. That's one valid point to many. But for myself, I just have to tell him. And then, like, I don't know. I don't want flies mixed in my food. Yesterday, like, no, 2 days ago, Hex picked out her flies.
Ew, she had flies in her food?
Yeah, she was like, oh, she had ants in her food.
Ew.
And she picked them out. I was like, if you have the choice, who wants to live like that? You have the choice.
I know, I'm just concerned because, like I said, like, there's not enough burners. And...
Well, it's just going to be, it's going to have to be a compromise on both ends. Someone's going to go, given the fact that he said he's going to make dinner at 6, maybe start preparing food at 4:30 and put it in the oven or something. You know, let it sit. Or make it early in the day and have it ready. And then when it's dinner time, where you see him cooking, put it in the oven and turn it on so it can be warmed, you know? Or make it now and then save it for tomorrow. You know, there's different ways to go around it.
Right, probably during the...
And the part he doesn't want a menu, well, hey, you don't know what he's going to cook.
Right.
So if you happen to use something he was going to use, you say, well, if I had a menu, I would have known. Since I don't, sorry. And keep it. You're not at fault for that, you know?
Right.
Especially if you ask more than once. I've asked, Josh asked, you've asked more than once. I've asked more than once, Josh asked more than once, you've asked.
He's also not using the food in the proper order. Like right now, those squashes are going to go bad.
The box
He was
ones?
supposed to use the skinny ones to make a squash succotash or something.
I don't even know what that is.
And he didn't even make it.
The ones in the box? I don't know. All those squashes that are in that box, I use at home for decorations. I don't eat it.
Yeah, no, you can definitely eat them. They were in that frittata the other day. But yeah, it's really, you can make them anyway. But I just feel like I'm surprised that...
But you can't eat the skin? Can you
No,
eat the
you
skin?
can. It's like a zucchini.
All those weird shaped squash?
But especially those wild ones, like those are mostly like zucchini, but just a different shape. The other ones that are like that shape, those taste different. But the other ones kind of just taste like zucchini.
But they taste good.
Well, just like zucchini.
Like zucchini. You said they taste different.
Oh, the other ones taste more like, you know, like those round, those big gourdy squashes? It probably tastes more like that.
Oh. When I leave here, I might as well be a vegetarian. Learn about all this different food.
I mean, in my real life, I'm mostly, like, I'm for the most part vegan, and just occasionally I'll have a protein. if it's from a good source. I mean, I'll have like a meat protein, like an animal protein.
Other than eggs?
Yeah, like, so sometimes I'll have eggs.
Oh, that's what I gotta do tomorrow. Take eggs in the morning.
Yeah. I'm thinking of doing the same thing.
And I was thinking it's fair if I do an egg every other day. If he's doing...
I don't know what to do. Part of me just feels like to just keep with it, and then just on the days he messes up for the vegetarians, like...
Make more?
Just like I did tonight and like I did that other night, like just...
What did you make tonight?
I just sliced up a tomato and sauteed some kale really quick. But even that was still all vegetables. It still wasn't a complete protein. Like beans would have been better. So that's the only thing that stinks is like, but I won't die. Like it's fine. Like it's one meal without it. And technically I had a little bit of beans for lunch.
Oh yeah. But still, you gotta be held accountable. Not you.
But no one's holding him accountable. And it's just us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really surprised. Like that.
I'm surprised at people too. I'm just surprised.
Like Mike just sat there like this, like he opened his mouth like when Aaron was saying like we aren't gonna sit down. Why are you trying to control everything? I'm like, I'm not trying to control everything. You don't see me up in the barn. You don't see me like doing anything. I care about the food that we eat, and I'm in the garden. That's it. So what am I trying to control? And I'm just planting in the garden. I'm not the leader of the garden. You can see me step up and try to be the leader of the garden. And then in terms of the website, I have experience with websites. No one else does, so.
Right.
And even that, I haven't even done anything yet because I've let Kristen take control. So what is he talking about?
No, it just really concerns me that, like even Hicks, God bless her heart.
She was there too when he said it.
But she said she just, she tries not to, I don't know how she's put it, but pretty in my words, my understanding, she tries not to get involved and just try to keep the peace. But at what point do you get involved? When does peace outweigh what's right and what's wrong?
That's what I mean.
For the sake of peace.
Because that's still not peace within the house if someone's practically a bully.
For the sake of peace, that doesn't make sense. And for you, and then, well, maybe I should seek out information. Well, given there's 15 of us, I mean, and if you're a registered voter, you don't just check a box and try to connect the dots and make a pattern. You get informed. You want to know what's going on, especially someone who's leading something. You want to know what's going on, and for you to be informed, you have to seek the information.
Right, that's like what I did with the whole Bree and the vets thing.
Yeah, and that was perfect. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
But people, it's just like, geez, either you or I, we're going to go next.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking if this is what the people in Utopia are like, and this is the way they want their society to be, like...
So be it, then hey.
Exactly.
All I can do is try. I'm not going to go out that door like Red.
No,
I'm not going to go
right.
complain and try to break out the gates. No. I definitely would stay 100% and try to work my magic. But that just, when people are so ignorant, it just causes me to be more incognito. Like, then I start planting seeds. You kind of play the game.
Well, I haven't played the game yet, but I feel like...
You have to with some people.
What does that even mean? Like,
that means you have to, it's more than just picking your battles. People say, you gotta pick your battles. That's a fact. However, it's more to it than that. You have to...
Well, maybe I'm playing the game in the sense where I'm like telling you to have Rob do the books.
Oh, I forgot. I wasn't up there.
I
gotta do it tomorrow.
During breakfast.
Yeah. But like that. That's being strategic,
right.
And it's not being malicious. It's just being strategic to get what's done. And not saying that I'm right or you're right.
Because also, if he does do that, he needs to check to see who went over the food orders, because I feel like they're just being, oh, we want peace. So they're letting people go over the food order just because they want peace. So should I just start ordering so much food and go over? So then, like,
no, she just talked to him tonight, but I walked away. I didn't, because she said, "Oh, Aaron, I have to talk to you," and I knew it was about the money because she said it earlier when she was like, "Uh-oh, he went over again," and I was like, "Oh," and then she was like, "Aaron," but she wasn't realizing what she was doing. And all she needed to say again, and I was like, so this is the second time? No matter how great or small, the fact is he went over twice.
So that doesn't even include, that's really 3 times because he did it with the group order.
After we made, after we made the commitment not to go over. Remember, we made the commitment at the Rocks.
Right.
He made the food order prior to.
Okay.
So,
Or did he go over last week by 8 cents and then again this week?
Mm-hmm. But I didn't hear.
So he went over last week and this week, and then he went over that time that we gave him the big stink about the food order. Mm-hmm. So this is really the 3rd time.
It is the 3rd time.
Number 3.
It is. But in his defense, he went over twice after we had the talk.
So how is that a defense?
Because we didn't have the talk to begin with. So
right,
it was
but
acceptable.
Meaning like everyone gave him a big stink for going over, and then he just went over. Mm-hmm. Right, but then over last week too.
Mm-hmm. 8 cents, even though that is going over.
Oh my gosh. So he has to be fined.
I asked them, and then they said they need to tell Kristen.
This guy's bad news.
I see.
Bad news bears.
if hey, you meditate about it and I'll pray about it.
Okay. Ready? Where do you pray when you can pray right here, can't you?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Let me just see if I can.
And wait, let me just for a second, because Monday passed, you haven't done your breathing.
Oh, I
you
forgot.
Haven't done your stretching.
No, as a
you
teacher.
You natural birth.
Sensei. You need to be able to. Okay, wait, I can't do it.
A student.
Oh, wait, I can do this. Jeez.
I'm gonna spank you. What was I laughing at before that you were making me laugh?
I don't know. I don't think I can get up though. You're gonna make this baby come doing that.
Get in your prayer position. You pray about it.
I gotta like cross my legs.
Are you gonna pee?
No.
What do you mean?
Because every time I sit down, my bones move.
Where do
when I sleep now?
What?
It hurts. Like my back hurts. Not back, but like I don't know, these bones
hips?
hurt. Yes.
Are you sleeping on your back or on your side?
When I sleep on my back is when it hurts.
Yeah.
But I sleep on my side now. But when you pray like this. That's easy. I can do that.
That's how you pray?
Yeah.
Okay, you pray. Good.
That's I'm gonna do yoga.
So open up. Inspiration and palms down is for grounding.
Grounding.
Mhm.
Oh, well, inspiration is like this.
Same thing,
And
like
then-
a filmy. Like
then-
I'm ready to receive.
Grounding is like this.
So it's like the same.
Ah,
It's the same. It's all the same.
I don't know.
It's
I mean,
the same.
the path to heaven may or may not be a little different.
We don't even agree what heaven is.
That's why I'm not gonna school you. 'Cause
Right.
You don't believe.
I
You'll believe
don't
one day.
believe.
No, you won't believe. I said,
Wow.
or don't believe. Either way, it's both are true. I can do that.
Okay. So you start your prayer, and I'll do my meditation. Yeah.
Pray quietly. I pray quietly.
That's fine because I meditate quietly.
Okay, don't bother me, and don't sprinkle me with your juice. Like this, you go like this.
What's
Jesus.
that?
Jesus.
Oh my gosh! I'll just bless you.
Wait, what was that?
I just blessed you with
Oh.
my finger.
That was a bless.
Yeah, on your third eye.
Oh Lord, I don't know about third eye. You're weird.
You're weird. You're like, Jesus. You're weird.
That's what you do.
Oh
you
my
gotta go
God.
to. You gotta go to church.
When I visit you, I'll go to church.
Yes.
But just for you.
It may last 3 hours.
That I'll do it for you. And the baby.
And I'll read a yoga book for you.
Okay.
Samutra. Samatra. Kumuna. Kuma oblongata.
I'm gonna pee my pants. Stop.
Yogi. There's names
And
for
I'll
it.
read the Bible.
Okay.
All right, thou. Thou is
Thou
thou.
Thy mightiest, whetherest righteousness and holiness.
Thou. Thee and thou. Thou. That's all I hear when you read it. It's like,
Hey.
thou.
Thou. Thou givest, thou takest.
Giveth. Thou.
Warmeth and maketh. They used a lot of
Yeah.
It would be funny if you had a lisp and you were
That was good. That was good. That was
south
good.
is that would be tough. That would be tough. I don't know. Anyways, how long are you gonna meditate?
I'll meditate as long as you pray.
Oh.
So you could be the decider, because I can meditate for hours.
Well, my mom could pray for hours.
So
I prayed for hours, but normally I fall asleep.
if I lay in Shavasana to meditate, which is like on the floor, then I'll fall asleep. But if I sit up, I won't fall asleep. Except when 10 days of silence, we meditated 12 hours a day. I learned how to sleep sitting up. I fell asleep a few times, and they were like amazed, like especially when the lectures would come, because I was on New York time and I did it in California. So the time difference, I was so tired at night.
And you're just asleep?
And I would literally like sleep standing, like sitting up.
Were you nodding?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Do you fail when you do that?
No, you do it. You choose to do it.
What's 10 days of silence? Like you were quiet for 10 days? You didn't talk to anyone? Was that hard?
Not really. It was wonderful. I was like filled with a lot of inspiration.
From not talking?
All of it, because you spent time in nature, not talking, and then when you meditate and also meditation tech had really interesting experiences in my body. It was just like all of it was magical. And I wrote like a really great piece after that experience. That was really well received.
So who was talking to you while you were meditating?
No one, like there's meditation teachers, and then they play this thing that tells you the technique, and it's the guy who brought it to the Western world.
Oh. Interesting.
It's not religious. The things about every evening at lecture that we just listen to, and he's really funny. He's a funny man, and the things.
A yoga man is funny.
He's not a yoga man. Like, he doesn't do yoga asana. He's just a meditator.
Oh. Like a monk meditator.
No, but he's a regular man.
And he just meditates.
Yeah, like he just.
Do you believe in floating off the ground?
I haven't done it.
Oh. Do you believe in it is the question.
I don't know.
Interesting.
I think a lot of things are possible. No, I have to.
Okay.
Like I said, I've never seen anyone do it.
Oh, yeah, the
I've
sprinkler.
never done it.
I'll sprinkle on you. Thank you.
I don't know.
Do you know what's mine?
You stay put, but does that mean that maybe you can't travel somewhere when you meditate? I know I've been places.
Places?
Or
for meditating?
Not places, but like
I've
had experiences that were out of body. So I can't say that. I don't know about your physical body levitating, but I don't know if that doesn't mean that your like spirit can't like move out of your body. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I am not
Your
one.
spirit can do a lot.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. Another thing we believe in together.
But I don't believe in floating off the ground.
I don't know if I do either, but do I think maybe your spirit can float off the ground? Probably, but I don't know about your body. Let's see. I'll try.
I'm going to pray like how I pray at church.
Okay. No judgment in this zone.
Okay, I'm done. Ah, that was good. Amen.
Namaste.
My eyes are watery.
Namaste.
Namaste. What does namaste mean?
The divine in me honors the divine in you.
Kind of like salam alaikum? No, that's peace be unto you.
Om Shanti is peace. Oh, Shanti is peace. So you can also.
Om Shanti. Oh. Om Shanti.
Sometimes I'll finish yoga and I'll say Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
That's chanting?
Om, peace, peace, peace.
Oh.
Sending the peace vibes into you. The justice vibes into you.
Point our right hand. Jesus bless them, Lord. Cover us.
With love?
With love, peace,
Protection?
understanding, protection. All the above. Why do I always hear music? And I know it's not in my head.
Maybe it's outside these walls.
I wonder what's happening outside the walls. I don't worry myself, though. I'm not going to worry myself. I started to panic the other night about, like, what's going on out there? What is it that we're missing?
A lot of stuff, I'm sure. I'm curious to know what's going on in the Middle East. Like with Israel.
There's so much going on in the world.
I wanted to talk to my best friend. Mail letter next month.
What? Your mom can't.
What?
Your mom won't be able to.
Why?
Why don't she send you? Only
Well,
get
I
one.
wrote in my letter, tell Joy to write me a letter.
Oh. It is almost like we're.
Wait, why didn't you get one?
I don't know. Why did my mom? Did she forget?
Maybe she didn't do it in time.
My mom? She was writing a letter while I was leaving. No, she didn't forget. She probably wrote something that I would, yeah, and would say, she's just like me. Well, why can't she have it? Y'all don't want her to know the facts. And if she saw something that was wrong, she would definitely tell me.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah, but I don't know why I didn't receive a letter. If I don't receive a letter next month, my is off my Christmas list. They're done.
Maybe they just like are having a hard time keeping the.
I have brothers in and out of jail. One go in, one come out.
Really?
One go in. It's just like they go, tag team, your turn, tag team,
Really?
my turn, tag team. It's like they're just.
What do they do?
Oh, you name it, they do it. Except kill.
Even with your mom being like all religious, they still do that.
They just keep it away from my mom. They
but
live their own life.
But she finds out when they go to jail.
And then they write a sad old note back home. Hey, Mom, I know you told me I was wrong, and you was right. I'm sorry. Can you put $25 on my books?
How long do they go away for?
For days, for months. It's rare that they go for a year.
That's interesting. And you came out like all educated and sweet.
I'm the big sister. I'm the youngest, but the big sister out of all of them.
Really?
Mhm. My brothers, they're just. I have one brother who like tries, but trouble just finds him.
Really?
It's like he just has. it's like he must have messed up so much as a kid or something that he's reaping everything that he sowed when he was a kid. And it's just, he could just walk down the street. It's like, hey, you're going to jail. And he's like, oh, man, again. Womp, womp, womp.
Really?
And then I have a brother, the oldest brother. And he's like, catch me if you doing it. Did you say not to touch this? Ah, I touched it. Catch me if you can. He likes jail.
He likes it?
Yeah, it's like, he's like, oh, I need a break. I need a vacation.
So he goes to jail?
So I'm going to jail. They're so institutionalized. It's sad.
It is sad, but there's a lot of that where like men that spend a lot of their time and then they get out and it's like they don't.
I mean, he can't. It's like
Because they can't
on a
get
job.
jobs easily.
He can't get a job. He can when he finds a job, and then it's like he'll get a job, and then so one brother would find a job, and then plot how he's going to take over the world or the business
When he's in it.
when he's in it,
And then he loses his job.
and then he loses the job, or he doesn't lose it. They lose their business because he takes over. And then there's the other brother who will get a job and work and go, and then they're like, well, let me see your record. And they're like, oh, we can't have you here. It's making a few people feel uncomfortable. He's like, well, I didn't do anything. And they were just smiling in my face.
Oh,
so,
that's sad.
And that's how it is. It's just a cycle for them.
That's true.
And
yeah, but don't some prison systems have some kind of training programs that allow you to get jobs?
that they give you training. They don't allow you to get a job. They allow you to get a job.
But
it's
there's
keeping
certain
that
kind
job.
of jobs, right? It's keeping.
And then it's like,
but that's really then on them and not so much on their history.
no. It's once that history comes up. One time you make a mistake, given your history, it's like you're gone. One time someone said something because you look at them like this, but you had something in your eye or something, it's like, oh, I feel threatened. You're gone. You know what I mean? It's people who know your history use it against you. And it makes it really hard for people who have been in the prison systems to excel. And who wants to be down here when they work so hard, and 9 times out of 10 works harder than everybody else to keep that position, but calling sick because you're working so much, you're gone. You're an ex-felon or convict, and that's what you guys do, you know. Dave was a bad he was bad. He wasn't bad. Let me rephrase that. The way he represented people who's been in his shoes, he didn't represent them well. If my brother was here, he would outwork everyone here and not want a dime. He just would want to be able to stay here. He would just want a pack of ramen a week. You know what I mean? He'll take on a lot of people's pain, and he'll suffer just to be a part, because he's not able to be a part of society because people don't allow him to. And he's one who actually tries to. He goes above and beyond. If you need help moving something, I'll do it. And he doesn't ask you for anything. You know, he just wants to be a productive member. But his past follows him, and he only has a past because when he was a kid, it's like, what are you doing in our city? I don't want to say it's a lot of racism, but there are a few police officers who feel some type of way about a black man being with a white woman. And
your brother likes white girls?
And he loves, not likes, he loves, that's like the that's like the sugar in his tea, or you know, that's just, he just likes a specific type of woman.
What kind of woman does he like?
He likes women Josh say he likes. I don't know if Josh really likes them. But
What's your what? I don't remember.
Like blonde, blue-eyed girls with perky and like, hey, and there's a lot of those.
That's what your brother likes?
Yeah, it's that's just where we are. That's his options. And they all like him. But then like somebody you get mad about, you know, or uncomfortable about seeing an interracial group or couple, and you know, just not necessarily hate off him. I don't want to say use that word, but make it hard for him, you know, just because of who he's with. Or even in school, I remember having a teacher in middle school. My brother's almost 10 years older than me. I had the same teacher he had, and he was telling this class a story about my brother and didn't know it was my brother, but I knew the incident that happened because I was there.
What was that?
There was a riot that happened in downtown, and I don't remember what it was about, but it was about equal justice and equal treatment, and my brother was in middle school. And so he went down to protest, like, you know, to be a good citizen, to protest. But he got arrested because the people he was with, they looked different than him. Meaning they were white, and my brother was the only black guy with him. And my brother was the only one out of the whole thing to go to jail. And they got it on camera. And so he was telling a story about my brother being arrested and that he was being a hoodlum and all of this in eighth grade. And I was thinking to myself, this story sounds familiar, but that's not what happened, because my mom was a part of it too. And there was a lot of people who was a part of it. And he got arrested, but that went against him. And when he got arrested, they didn't speak to my mom. He got tried, or he got taken to jail. He got tried as an adult for protesting, but peacefully, as a kid. It's
and
like,
that's what follows him?
And that's one thing. It's like things like that happens to him all the time. It just follows him.
Oh, that's sad.
And so then when he's in high school, he tries to get a job. No, you got arrested for something. He didn't get in trouble because he ended up getting a lawyer for it. But you got arrested. You can't work here. And then when he gets out of school, oh, we can't give you financial aid because you have this, or, you know, you have that. And it just created a cycle. And then he tries to get an apartment. Oh no, it looks like from here, back in here, you did this, you did that. And it's like, you can't catch a break. But be the first one to take his shirt off to give it to someone freezing, and he'll freeze, you know. So, and that's just how the world works out there.
Yeah, it's true. They just put people in prison for everything.
For everything. And now, you know how many people are in jail right now for marijuana? Legal marijuana in the state of Washington.
So crazy. Do those people get out now?
Nope. They don't get out.
That's so crazy.
Right. Just because the law changes doesn't mean it wasn't the law back then. You still technically law, which I understand, but there needs to be an amendment to that, you know, especially when it's nonviolent. So there's a lot of things that happen that people just don't know, and that just a lot of things that go unnoticed and unheard of, and people just don't speak about. But it happens all the time to the best, to the best of people. Now, the older brother, he deserves everything he gets. But the younger one, he's not younger than me, but the older brother, he deserves a break. I don't know. Just life.
And there should be prison systems that are more remediation and not so much just put people inside a cell and isolate them from society as if that's going to shift something inside of them.
It's not.
Like, they're not even given tools to help transform. You're just placed in boxes.
You're placed in there, you're given a number, you're told what to do.
I don't even know how that's humane.
It's not. I mean, and you can...
It's so terrible.
It is. The prison system in the United States is all backwards. It's all backwards. Now, I understand violent cases. I understand those kind of things. especially if you were found guilty by a jury.
Yeah.
Even that's sometimes sketchy because I watched
Yeah.
Vindicated and I was like, what?
But that's what you worry. Like, look what happens here when there's a majority.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, it has to be unanimous with jurors, right?
Say it does,
But still.
but for a majority, you know, you're easily swayed not to, as a person. Like, I don't want to be the outcast. Let me just vote this way. Or, you know, it's just, and then they say your peers. No, my brother was never had a jury of his peers.
Mm-hmm.
It was juries of some man, some 92-year-old woman who's first off scared. He never had a chance to begin with, you know.
That's so terrible.
So no one from the community. I mean, somebody from your community at least. It's just all messed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe that's kind of where yoga and meditation can go, is like into prison systems. That could be a power tool to transform. And at least give people something to do instead of just being sitting around all day.
Sitting around 23 hours a day, and then out an hour for dinner or whatever. I don't know the schedule, but that's what I heard. And I mean, you definitely don't get the health care you need. And you know how expensive it is to keep a prison? One person, they should just, if they gave my brother $150,000, that's how much it would cost for him to be in prison a year. For that one person, it would cost $150,000 for a year. They might as well give that $150 to my brother and watch what he can do with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, where's the focus? But hey, the prison system is a business.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody wants to make money. Forget about everything else. I don't know.
Shall we go inside?
We shall go inside.
Let's go, my darling. First, we have to have a hug.
Oh, a hug! I wasn't prepared.
It's the rule. It's the rule of the dock chats.
You have to have a hug.
Chat on the dock at the docks at night. Chat at the dock on the docks at night.
Okay.
You gave me a hug before with Brad.
Yeah.
That was nice.
That was nice.
I was thinking.
You all remember hugs?
Oh my God, that was nice.
There's a boot. A random boot.
The other boot's at the bottom of the lake.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.